What is going on, everyone? Today we are out of the garage and into the kitchen so we can take a look at this brand new Samsung 22.6 cubic foot 4-door French door refrigerator. I was one of the lucky ones that got this in, and take a look at that. We are going to go over all the specs. We're going to take a look at how this actually comes to your house. We're going to talk about some troubleshooting issues that you might experience right out of the box. So stick around. So every appliance that I have in my house is a Samsung. My refrigerator, my dishwasher, my stove, my washer, my dryer, my microwave, even my phone is a Samsung. Everything I own is a Samsung, and there's a reason why. Because they're good appliances, they're good phones. I like them, and I've never had an issue with them. So when I had a chance to take a look at this new Samsung refrigerator, I was excited about it. I already had one that was sort of like this, but the new redesign that they put on this refrigerator really just blew my mind, and I couldn't wait to share it with you. So what I want to do is I want to take a look at the outside first, and then we're going to go on the inside, and we're going to actually show you what comes with this, the drawers, and how to assemble them, and we're going to walk through this step by step. So from the bottom to the top, it's just absolutely beautiful. It's square, it's not rounded like a lot of the other refrigerators that I've had from Samsung. It's just an awesome, clean design. What I really like about this is they eliminated the actual handles on the bottom of the freezer and in the middle drawer, which we'll take a look at. Before, they actually used to stick out and you bump into them as you were walking by. But now they have these built-in handles, which just really make things a lot nicer, if you ask me. The other thing that they did with this refrigerator compared to the last model was they eliminated the big screen up in front. It used to be that you had a big control panel and it was just there. They really made this elegant by eliminating that and putting that inside, which I'll show you. But all you have now is the water and ice maker, really. So once again, on front of this door here, it used to be the control panel up on top. That's no longer there. What you have is your water, your cubed ice, and your crushed ice, and also your lighting. So if I were to hold this in for 3 seconds, it would actually shut that light off, and then vice versa. And I can also lock this if I wanted to, so your kids can't come up and touch this. One of the biggest design changes the Samsung's made to this refrigerator, like I mentioned, were the handles. It used to be that you would have a handle here and a handle here, but now you actually have a built-in handle. So all you would do is pull out, put your hand in there, pull out, put your hand in there, and it also got the soft close technology. So extremely nice. And if you also look at the handles here, they're just a lot more sleek. They're not that rounded, but they're more squared. They're just beautiful. I really like how they did this. So the outside of this is just amazing. As soon as you walk into the kitchen, it just catches your eyes. So I'm really, really happy about the redesign that Samsung did on one of these refrigerators. And even the delivery person, which was great by the way, came in and said he's never seen one like this, and he's not used to seeing these without the handles, and how nice it actually looks. So very well done by Samsung on that part. Now before we start opening this up and showing you what it looks like inside, I want to go over a couple troubleshooting things that you're probably going to experience when you first get this delivered to your house. And a lot of people, what they'll do right away is call up the company and say, my refrigerator's broken. That's really not the point. The first thing I noticed was the door was not level with each other. So this one here was a little bit lower. This one here, it was actually about 1/4 of an inch off. So I noticed it right away. What I also noticed was this little baggie that they give you. There's 4 of these little clips in here that you will get. One's smaller than the other and one's bigger than the other, right? So you can see there's different thicknesses. What that allows you to do is actually adjust that door. So don't call up and say, it's not working. It's just that you need to adjust that door, and it's very simple. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So I'm not sure how well you can see this. I'm hoping fairly good, but on each door you can see that there is a pin that goes up into the door. And if I lift up on this door, you can see that it raises. What you need to do is insert those clip pins right here. You only want to use one at a time. So if this door here on the left was lower, you would put the spacer
on the left door. Just lift up, insert that clip, and that'll move the door up. No more monkeying around with Allen wrenches and this, that. It used to be the Samsung would only let you adjust the right side of the door. Now you can do both, and you only use those clips. And it's extremely easy to do. And now you can see within a couple minutes, I was able to level those doors out perfectly and no more problems. Once again, if this door here on the right was lower, all I would do is put the right size spacer underneath inside that area there to lift that door up. And that's what helps you level this. No more Allen wrenches. One of the other issues that I had when this first came in was I could not get ice. I plugged it in and I assumed that within an hour I was going to have a tray full of ice. That was not the case. It literally takes 6 to 12 hours for the ice to begin making in this refrigerator. The reason for that is you have to make sure that it's cold enough or it's not going to produce. It's only natural to make sure that it's cold enough in that freezer for the ice to actually be made. So 6 to 12 hours, that's all you got to do. Just wait 6 to 12 hours and you will have all the ice you want. Another issue that I had when I first got this was the water was extremely cloudy. That's natural. It does not matter if it's a Samsung refrigerator or some other refrigerator. When you have a new filter, you have to run the water, at least 2 to 3 gallons to clean that out. It's the filter, not the refrigerator. So if you have water that's coming out all chalky, it's fine. You just have to flush it out. Make sure that you flush out about 2 to 3 gallons, just dump it down the sink, and after you're done doing that, your water should be crystal clear. It's the same thing with the ice. Your ice is probably going to be very chalky, very cloudy. So the first 2 or 3 trays, take the ice, dump it out, let it make more ice. And that's it. So those are the main 3 problems that I had when well, they're not even really problems. It's just normal, right? But that's how you fix it. So when you experience those problems, which you probably will when you get this, don't freak out. That's an easy fix. All right, so let's look at the water and ice dispenser first. Water comes out extremely fast. So that is a nice feature. Now we're going to look at the cubed ice and see how well that works. Now it doesn't come out extremely fast, which is fine. No Samsung refrigerator that I've ever owned came out extremely fast. But what's nice about this one compared to my last one, which was only 2 years old, is the ice isn't all crushed up like the last one was. You actually get full cubes with this. So I'm really happy about that. And you can also see that this light comes on right here when it's being dispensed. So now let's look at the crushed ice. So there you go with the crushed ice. Now, that's one thing I can say about Samsung refrigerators is that the ice and the crushed ice are pretty slow. They are not the fastest dispensing ice makers. But that being said, what it does do, it does a good job. So all in all, I'm happy with that. So let's take a look on the inside. This is what it actually looks like once it's delivered. Once they bring it into your house, this is what you're going to get. You can see the tags are even on. I had this delivered yesterday and I've been messing around with it ever since. I couldn't wait to put the drawers and everything in. I'll show you the box of drawers, but this is what it looks like on the inside. And I'm going to remove this camera from the tripod here and we're going to walk around with it so you can see a little bit better. All right, so here's the inside on the left door here. Once again, still wrapped in plastic. There's your ice maker. And what's nice about this is it's extremely easy to open and close. The other ones that I had, they were a little bit hard. You had to push a button. This right here, you literally just grab the handle and pull out. Here's your top shelf. And once I remove this plastic here in a second, I'll show you how all these function. I just wanted to show you what it looks like when it comes in. And here's your water filter right here. So that's covered up under this. You're gonna have your drawers and so on. But what I really like about this is the control panel is now on the inside.
I love that. It's not on the outside. It doesn't get all marked up with fingerprints like the last one did. This right here is awesome. It's hidden inside. All you come over and do, and we'll go over this, is touch whatever you need to do, and you don't have to worry about the fingerprints and so on. The other really cool thing I love, and here's another little zoom in on the right door. Once again, we'll put all those cabinets in. It's the twin and metal cooling right there. But what I really like about this, and this is so cool, this actually comes with the refrigerator. So it's a built-in water cooler, really, and you can add fruit to this and everything. So I'm going to take this out, and all you do is slide it out like this. I'm going to set it on the counter, and I am going to show you how this works. All right, so here it is, this little water container here, and it tells you how much is on there. You know, 32 ounce. This is actually a 48 ounce water container, and what's nice is this fills up automatically. So all you do is set that in that little drawer, and you can see this little hole right here. Water goes down in here, but that's not the only cool part. What's really cool is you can put fruit down in here, right? And you can see this has this like little filter, and the fruit will actually diffuse with the water, and it'll stay extremely cold in the refrigerator. So all you do is when this is empty, you simply just put that back on. Oops, wrong way. Put that back on, and then you're gonna put that right where we took it out from, and it's gonna fill up automatically. So you just put fruit in there, whatever you want, lemon slices, strawberries, kiwi, whatever, and you put this in the refrigerator. The water automatically fills this up as soon as you shut the door. Once you open the door, it'll automatically shut off, but this will fill this up and actually diffuse the water out the fruit, and it is awesome. It is the coolest little thing, and it stays really cold, so you always have fresh, cold water when you're ready for it. All right, so the middle drawer, I also did not mess with this yet. Once again, here is your control panel, and we'll look at that. But this is your middle drawer, and this is what it's gonna look like. So you're gonna have some plastic in there, you're gonna have some tape, some styrofoam. You have your tape over here that you're gonna have to remove, and we'll remove all that, and I'll show you how this works. This is really cool right there. So let's look at the freezer real quick. I'll remove all this stuff, and then we will take a look at it once it is put all together. All right, so here is the freezer. And once again, you have another drawer in here that this slides out. You have two tubs. This right here, this middle piece right here, you can actually adjust that. So if you want that side smaller on the right or the left, it doesn't matter. You can move that back and forth, and it'll actually adjust. And this middle drawer here allows you to store, you know, your ice cream or your popsicles or whatever. And then you have another little basket right here. And all you do is slide that in, and you're going to slide that back. And that is it. That's what it looks like when it's delivered. They'll actually have the doors put on for you and everything. So let me go and put the drawers on. Actually, I'll tell you what, let me show you the box of drawers and how they come before I assemble them real quick. All right, just real quick, I want to show you, get this little box here, and you have all of your drawers and your little holders and everything that you're going to have to put in. And before you do that, you probably want to wash them out. You know, they were in the factory setting for how long. So we'll rinse those out. We'll take these out of the box, and we'll put them where they're supposed to be so you can see how to do this yourself. And once I do that, we'll start rolling again. All right, so now you can see that the shelves are in. It only took about 5-10 minutes after I cleaned them out. And they're extremely easy to install. They just slide down here on these little brackets right here, and it's as simple as that. So this is what it looks like. You have 3 shelves on the right. You have a few shelves here. You can put your eggs, your butter in there. Got a smaller shelf. Here's your ice dispenser right here. This right here is nice. It's very heavy duty. You can put your milk up on here if you wanted to. Let's take a look at the inside real quick. All the tape is gone. I gotta be honest with you, the tape that they use, it's incredible. I don't know what it is. It's on white tape, and man, it's just strong. But I took it off. It wasn't that big of a deal. So you can see your shelves here, and what I really like about this is, number one, when you buy a stainless steel refrigerator, most of the time when you open them up, they're white, right? The shelves are white. The only thing that's stainless is the outside. Not this. This right here is stainless. This right here is stainless. It's all that stainless steel gray. Not everything's stainless, but it looks good. It looks really good. You can hear the alarm beeping. That's telling me that my door is still open. It's sort of like your door's ajar type of deal, but that alerts you saying, hey, listen, come shut your refrigerator door. So that's another feature, but really nice. The other thing that I noticed that I really, really like about this is that on my other refrigerator, every refrigerator that I've ever owned, they have the writing down here. It says, milk here, or it'll say vegetables, and it'll say fruit or whatever. But when you move that milk out, it rubs those things off. So they look really bad within a year's time. You don't have any writing in here. So no worries about that. And the reason why this is fogging up is because I have my door open, and so it's a little humid outside. But yeah, no writing on the inside, so you don't have to worry about that coming off. The shelves themselves, you can see here, this flips up if you needed to put milk or a larger drink here. This right here, you can adjust those down here. This right here just slides in. So now you have more room down there. Once again, this adjusts as well. So, and this flips as well too. So really, really nice. Just slide that back out. I'll put that back down, and that is it. So that is the inside of the refrigerator, and some of the upgrades to this refrigerator. Really good job by Samsung. Really happy with that. All right, so what we talked about here was the control panel. Let's look at this real quick. So power cool. The refrigerator, if I wanted to hold that in, that's gonna kick it up a little bit, and you can adjust the temperature. So right now it's 37 degrees Fahrenheit in there. You can adjust the temperature to 30 degrees or whatever you need. The freezer, you can go down to, I think, -5 degrees, but same thing here. Now, if I wanted to do a power freeze, if I wanted to freeze meat, I would hold that power freeze in for 3 seconds, let it cool down for about 15, 16 hours, and then throw your meat in there, and it gets extremely frigid cold in there. So that's nice. This middle drawer here, like we showed you, this controls the middle drawer. So you can keep your wine at 42 degrees Fahrenheit or 5 degrees Celsius, delis 37 degrees Fahrenheit, beverage 33. We usually keep our lunch meats for the kids in here. They're easy to access for the children. So that's really nice. So we will keep this right here on the meat at 29 degrees Fahrenheit, and we just hit this button and you can adjust it. So once again, you just push that button down there and it'll adjust to whatever you want. The ice maker here, if I hold that down for 3 seconds, that'll turn the ice maker off or back on. So you got to hold that down for 3 seconds. Auto water fill, just like we talked about. That was that little water dispenser there. You can put the fruit in. If you don't want to use that, that's fine. Just hold that down for 3 seconds and that will shut that off. The filter reset. Once you change your filter out, which is usually every 3 months, right there, you just turn that, pop it out, put the new one in. You want to make sure that your water's off when you do that. Trust me, I've had issues. But then you would reset the filter there. You can do energy saver, which I have this on. Your door alarm right here, and that's what's going off. You can hear it's beeping. And then the control lock, it locks automatically. So you have to hit this control lock for 3 seconds before, see how it goes off, before you can adjust anything on here. So now I can come over here and hit beverage, meat, and so on. Deli. So this will turn back on its own. So you have to shut that off. You have to hold that for 3 seconds before you can operate this. But as far as it goes with that, I really like how they put that on the inside. Very simple to use. I love it. And just to give you an idea of how much room this actually has, I put a very large vegetable tray in here. Of course, my A1 sauce. I got 4 bags of lettuce in there, and of course I'll fill this up more. I just wanted to give you an idea. But you have a lot of room in here. There's a lot of different options with this. So that's the inside. Just so you know, real quick, on the bottom here, you can adjust this. This is a really nice feature where you can unlock this here, and if I wanted this side a little bit smaller, or if I wanted this side a little bit bigger, and so on, all I have to do is lock that. I can slide this in and out as well, and then I just lock it and it stays in place. It's not going to go anywhere. So that is a really nice feature as well. On the side, just so you know, you can put magnets. You can put magnets over here. This is the profile, so you can see very flat, very square, very sleek indeed. And then the one last thing we will talk about is fingerprints. Stainless steel, it will drive you crazy with fingerprints. Now this is supposed to have some anti-fingerprint thing going on. I'm going to be honest with you, you can see one right here, right? And you have them in other places. You are going to get fingerprints on this. I'm just letting you know. The one thing that works for me on the Samsungs is the Clorox wipes. They work awesome on the stainless steel. So get some of those. It will mark on you. It's not as bad as the other ones that I've had. The other stainless steel refrigerators that I've had, Samsung is way above when it comes to fingerprints. So you can see that I can touch this over here, and it's nowhere near as bad as a lot of other refrigerators or freezers. So, and I'm touching this all over the place, but you will eventually get fingerprints on there. So just take some Clorox wipes, wipe it down, and it's looking brand new again. So let's wrap this video up real quick. All right, so all in all, being this is my third Samsung refrigerator, freezer, French door, and I've had them with the middle drawers. I love this. I absolutely love it. It's beautiful. It really is. What they did with this was they slimmed it down enough that it's large enough you can put a bunch of stuff in there, but it just fits up better. If you can see over here, it fits up better with your cabinets. You know, it's not sticking out as much. You don't have the handles getting in your way when you're walking by it. They actually built those handles right in, but it just looks good when you walk into the room. It's a pow right to the eyes. It is awesome. The storage on the inside is great. The shelves that you can adjust, that is awesome. And I love the built-in water dispenser. I love it. It's great. It's extremely quiet. It is very, very quiet. You don't even hear this thing running. As far as it goes with the few issues that I had, they're extremely easy to fix. Just look through the user manual and it'll explain to you how to take care of some of the problems you might encounter when you get this refrigerator. The only two negatives that I have with this refrigerator is one, the ice maker, it dispenses a little slow. And I've had that issue with every single Samsung refrigerator I have ever had. But that being said, they did a lot better when it came to actually cubing the ice and crushing the ice. My last Samsung refrigerator, it just crushed the ice. It didn't matter what you were trying to do, it just crushed it. So they did a very good job on that. It is a little slow. The only other issue that I have with this refrigerator is that the middle drawers, you can see here on the freezer, there's a little bit of play on it. It's not as smooth. It's not as smooth as my last one. That being said, with food on that tray, it should weigh it down a little bit and allow it to move a little bit more smoothly, but that is a little bit of a negative to me. Other than that, this refrigerator, once again, is unbelievable. I love it. I love it. I love it. I am giving this a 5-star, hands down, across the board. I've been playing with this thing for the last couple days. It is so simple to use, so easy. It just looks good, and I am extremely happy. So right now, if you look at the Home Depot, and they're the ones that sent this to me, you know, they delivered it. They did an excellent job. They were here on time. But that being said, Samsung, you did a fabulous job on this refrigerator. I will put a link below. If this helps you, please thumbs up, subscribe, and we will have more videos for you coming up soon. Thanks.